Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, it's going to be a bit of a mixture in terms of content. So as you've probably seen on Brawl Stars YouTube or Twitter, or if you haven't seen it already, Brawl Talk is indeed tomorrow. So we'll be kind of discussing like what I think is going to be in Brawl Talk, what I want to be in Brawl Talk, and just overall some tips on what brawlers to push before the new updates. So before we jump into today's video, make sure you use a credit code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so just quickly before we go into the gameplay, as you can see on the screen, we have like the pre-premiere to the Brawl Talk right here. So in 26 hours time, we will have the Brawl Talk live for everyone to watch. So as you can see, we have a flying brawler, game modes, and more. So I just thought I'd show you this. There's already 3.4k people watching, but really interesting. A flying brawler, that'd be pretty cool. All right, guys, so jumping into the first games. So throughout the rest of the video, I'm just going to be discussing a lot about Brawl Talk and also brawlers, which I think you should be trying to push now before the updates. So of course, normally with updates, there are balance changes. So there's a certain few brawlers which you probably know, but I just feel like are definitely going to get nerfed. So first off, we have a Grumps. Grumps, of course, just has to get nerfed. He's so toxic. So many different ways to nerf him. I believe he will probably get nerfed quite hard because of how strong he is right now. So definitely get into pushing Grumps. So of course, I think updates normally drop around Wednesday, Thursday time, right? So you have about 4 or 5 days to really push these brawlers. And what I mean by that is because sometimes brawlers can be pretty bad if they get nerfed. Like there's some brawlers that take like a big hit. If you're looking to push Grumps, definitely get it done now. All right, guys, so next up for the brawlers that you need to be pushing before the next update, we have a Daryl. So Daryl, again, probably like the best brawler in the game right now. He's just far too strong. I'm expecting finally a nerf for him just because of how strong he is. He got missed with the last balance changes, surprisingly, so probably they just wanted the Daryl meta for a little bit. But I think his time has came now. He's had a bit too long at the top of the meta, so he's probably going to get a nerf. But overall, talking about Brawl Talk then, so I'll be interested to hear what you guys is thinking with what's coming with the update. Game modes, of course, there's been quite a lot of different game modes, or like seasonal game modes throughout last year, which were really fun. You got game modes like Volley Brawl, like Hold the Trophy, I believe, like Basket Brawl. There's been quite a few fun ones, which I do like. I remember watching Kairos' video. I know a lot of you guys probably watch Kairos, and so do I really like his content, but it was obviously talking about to make the game like fresh, like a bunch of game modes would be pretty cool. So unfortunately, that was a really quick game. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, hopping into the next game. So a lot of these games are really quick. Normally when I don't want to speak, I get long games, and when I want to speak, I get the short games. But yeah, barring another brawler, it's mostly going to be like the top of the meta brawlers, which I believe you need to be pushing before the new update. But again, as I was saying, like the game for a little bit for me has been a little stale. I can just tell by their views as well, like in general across Brawl Stars and just the interest in general. A lot of people are probably feeling like there's been like a lack of content within the last few months, but also there's been like a lot of issues that haven't been fixed for a little while, which I'm hoping which will be fixed in the new update. So that's for me, in my opinion, like the top of the kind of update list. I want a lot of the known issues to be fixed, especially with like Power League. Like I've been waiting for Power League improvements for a long time now, so I'm hoping there's something to do with that. So of course a bunch of other things that a lot of people aren't really happy about. So let me know what you want in the new update, what you're not really happy with. I'll be interested to hear. So me as well, one thing that I've seen on Twitter quite a lot recently is like people are wanting like new gadgets. So like gadgets haven't been out in the game for a long time now. That's one thing I really miss making content on. I was looking through my channel literally earlier today and just looking at the like videos that do really well, and of course you want like a lot of views on YouTube. Of course, like it's obvious that you want to be making content that gets a lot of views, but overall a lot of people just really enjoy that type of content, new fresh content, especially gadgets. People want to know how strong they are, so I'm hoping with some new gadgets as well. So that's going to be a buy round. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so next up we have Leon. So Leon has been so strong in the meta for a long time now. I'm thinking maybe his time has probably come in terms of like his dominance in the meta. He's been so strong for such a long time now, so maybe he's going to get a small nerf with this update. But yeah, as I was saying with Brawl Talk, like gadgets I feel like would be some nice fresh content. Game modes we already know is confirmed, so some nice new content. I'm hoping the game modes are really fun. I just love new game modes. Like I can remember playing like Basket Brawl was like one of my favorite game modes. Volley Brawl was also pretty cool as well. So just keeping the content fresh is of course going to be really fun. Again, like going back to Kairos' video. If you guys haven't watched it, definitely recommend watching it because it's got some really good ideas on how to improve Brawl Stars. Like all the stuff he was saying in terms of new fresh game modes, there can be so many possibilities to include like fun ways of playing Brawl Stars, which I feel like they're probably missing out on just a little bit. So it's nice to see some new game modes. And then we haven't really touched on the new Brawlers. So the new Brawler, a flying Brawler, so it looks like they kind of want to break the game again. Maybe we've already had like a really strong Brawler with Grum. Flying Brawler does sound really interesting to me. It just sounds like OP, right? Like we just know in terms of Brawl Stars, like most of the Brawlers that they release into the game are some of the best Brawlers in the game. Like immediately Flying Brawler, yeah, I mean that's gonna be interesting. Like what can it actually fly over? Is it actually flying, or is it just like kind of just aesthetically just looks like it's flying? But really interesting. Can it fly over walls? Can it fly over water? Can it fly over, I don't even know, what can it fly over? Can it even fly at all? It'll be interesting to see tomorrow what this new Brawler is. Of course, again, like people just expect new Brawlers, but it's really fun. I do love enjoy playing new Brawlers and learning like all the different matchups, all the different kind of fun ways about it. Like Fang is a really fun Brawler, but one of the best Brawlers in the game. So we literally got two of the newest Brawlers that are at the top of the meta. So again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this new Brawler is like game breaking and it's just way too strong, because we've seen quite a lot of that with past updates. So yeah, I haven't really got too much really to discuss in terms of Brawl. So I'll probably play one more game and give you guys another tip as another Brawler should be looking to push, but that is going to be Leon right there. Let's hop into the final Brawler. Alright guys, then jumping into the final Brawler, which I believe is going to get a nerf in the next update, so probably be wanting to push her. It is going to be Belle. So excuse for the voice cracks. My voice is just completely gone. I've recorded quite a few videos in advance, so that's why it's gone. But yeah, as I was saying, like Belle, I feel like is finally due a nerf, and maybe this update we might get it, right? I'm hoping, maybe not. I mean, yeah, she's been one of the strongest Brawlers in the game for such a long time. I don't think she's too toxic. Like, of course, Brawl Stars must like her in the meta, else she would have got nerfed by now. But yeah, I just feel like it's been long overdue nerf. But yeah, so I haven't really talked about the final point of Brawl Stars, Brawl Talk. So I'm hoping with the Brawl Talk, they do like some good rebalancing. So of course, a lot of people were not happy about the gears update. Like a lot of progression is having to be made. And, you know, a lot of people are free to play, so this progression is going to take a long time. So, you know, I do agree. Even though I'm a max player now with all power 11s, you know, I've been grinding my free to play account a lot more than my main, and I can feel the frustrations. Trust me, guys. That's one of the main reasons why I create that account, just so I get the feeling of the game without monetary purpose, so I can really understand what else it needs to change. So yeah, there needs to be a balancing act. I feel like gears definitely need to be reworked, at least like resistance and health, because of course, like there's only been 3 usable gears in the game, right? There's only been health, we have speed, shield, and damage. Literally, health and resistance have been so bad since its release. So I'm hoping for 2 reworks. Of course, at least one would be welcome, but I'm hoping for both of them to rework, because we've had quite a long time to look at it now and see what they can add into the game. So again, I'm hoping they both get reworked. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they actually add into the game. Like resistance, I just feel like doesn't really have a place in Brawl Stars. I mean, let's just look at it, right? There's not really a lot of Brawlers that can slow, that can stun, and even then, I just feel like for the most part, every other gear is going to get a lot more value. Unfortunately, we do lose right there, but again, like, let me know what you think of the Brawl Talk, well, what you hoping of the Brawl Talk in the comment section below, and whether you agree with my points. So yeah, rant over. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what type of content you want to see in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.